New York Yankees first baseman Greg Bird doubles during the third inning against the New York Yankees at George M. Steinbrenner Field. Klement, USA Today Sports. The Yankees head to West Palm Beach to take on the Astros on Wednesday at 1:05 p.m. Yankees notes both Luke Voit and Greg Bird are in the lineup as their battle to be the starting first baseman continues. Clint Frazier starts in right field the day after starting in left. Sanchez is behind the plate for the second straight day. The Yankees continue their experiment with using an opener as Jonathan Holder gets the start. Click here to follow BASNY Gameday Yankees Astros Gleyber Torres, SS George Springer, CF Miguel Andujar, 3B Jose Altuve, 2B Luke Voit, 1B Alex Bregman, 3B Greg Bird, DH Michael Brantley, LF Gary Sanchez, C Carlos Correa, SS Clint Frazier, RF Yuli Gurriel, 1B Tyler Wade, CF Josh Reddick, RF Tyro Estrada, 2B Robinson Chirinos, C Billy Burns, LF Tony Kemp, DH who is starting for the Astros. LHP Wade Miley, who enters Wednesday with a 2.19 ERA and 10 strikeouts this spring, who is starting for the Yankees. Holder has a 1.08 ERA and 4 strikeouts in 8.1 innings. Upcoming schedule: the Yankees will head to Jupiter on Thursday to face the Cardinals at 1:05 p.m. Related, Luis Severino takes first big step in road back from injury. Greater than read more. Related, the Yankees were Gio Gonzalez's only option. Greater than read more. Related, Yankees reportedly not close to extending Gregorius Betances. Greater than read more. February 14, 2019, Tampa, Florida, USA. New York Yankees starting pitcher Luis Severino, 40, throws a bullpen session as manager Aaron Boone, 17, looks on during spring training at George M. Steinbrenner Field. Mandatory credit: Klement, USA Today Sports. Klement, while the Yankees will be without injured ace Luis Severino for a while longer, he took a big step on Wednesday toward a return, throwing on flat ground. Severino had been shut down since March 5, and GM Brian Cashman announced last Friday that the best-case scenario for Severino would be a May return, confirming the timeline an orthopedic surgeon gave SNY earlier this month. The 25-year-old Severino does not have any structural damage in his shoulder, but he is basically restarting his spring training as the team prepares for opening day in just over a week, October 16, 2018. Los Angeles, California, USA. Milwaukee Brewers starting pitcher Gio Gonzalez, 47, pitches against the Los Angeles Dodgers in the first inning in Game 4 of the 2018 NLCS Playoff Baseball Series at Dodger Stadium. Mandatory credit: Richard Maxson, USA Today Sports. Richard Maxson. As his free agency dragged into mid-March, Gio Gonzalez chose the Yankees because, well, he had nowhere else to go. The veteran lefty told reporters Wednesday morning that the deal he accepted with the Yankees is the only offer he received. Gonzalez's one-year, minor league deal carries a base salary of $3 million and he can earn $300,000 for every MLB start, with a maximum possible value of $12 million. "They gave me something I couldn't turn down," Gonzalez said, per MLB.com. "I was like, let's do this. Let's go to work. I can't be ungrateful. This is a pretty great opportunity." Yankees saving up for Judge. 0 hours 1 minute and 19 seconds. The Yankees missed out on a chance to sign Mike Trout, but their recent trend of saving their money could signal an Aaron Judge deal. Mike Trout and Alex Bregman may have been the latest players to secure long-term extensions on Tuesday, but for Didi Gregorius and Dellin Betances, they will have to wait. According to John Heyman, the Yankees are nowhere close to a deal with either player despite interest in extending both of them earlier this spring. As SNY's Andy Martino reported, the two players, who are both eligible for free agency after the season, were thought to be next in line for extensions after the Yankees struck team-friendly deals with Luis Severino and Aaron Hicks at the start of spring training, March 8, 2019. Tampa, Florida, USA. New York Yankees relief pitcher Dellin Betances, 68, throws a pitch during the fifth inning against the Detroit Tigers at George M. Steinbrenner Field. Mandatory credit: Klement, USA Today Sports. Klement, Dellin Betances' difficult spring training ended on a sour note. Yankees general manager Brian Cashman said Tuesday the reliever will begin the season on the injured list. acquaintances struggled with his fastball velocity throughout camp, and he was officially diagnosed with a right shoulder impingement and inflammation after undergoing an MRI. His rehab will consist of anti-inflammatory medicine and rest. He will be shut down from throwing for at least 3 days. March 19, 2019, Tampa, Florida, USA. New York Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge, 99, celebrates with his teammates after scoring a run in the third inning of the spring training game against the Tampa Bay Rays at George M. Steinbrenner Field. Mandatory credit, Jonathan Dyer. USA Today Sports. Jonathan Dyer, Luis Cessa was stellar once again, while Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, and Gary Sanchez lead the Yankees to another spring training win in a 6-2 victory over the Rays. Greater than box score. Things to know about Tuesday's game. 1. The Yankees decided to experiment with an opener against the team that lived by them all last season. Chad Green did allow 1 run on 2 hits while striking out 1 before handing the ball over. October 9, 2018, Bronx, NY, USA. New York Yankees center fielder Aaron Hicks, 31, reacts hitting a pop-out during the third inning against the Boston Red Sox in Game 4 of the 2018 ALDS Playoff Baseball Series at Yankee Stadium. Mandatory credit, Brad Penner. USA Today Sports. Brad Penner, Aaron Hicks had a second cortisone shot in his back over the weekend, and he declared himself pain-free Tuesday, the next step for the outfielder, who has already ruled himself out for opening day next week, told reporters the next step in his rehab process will be to take swings without any pain. After Hicks' first cortisone shot, the pain dissipated but returned when he started taking cuts again. This time around, he wants to be sure that same issue won't repeat itself. March 18, 2019, Lake Buena Vista, FL, USA. New York Yankees right fielder Aaron Judge, 99, hits a 2-run triple during the 5th inning against the Atlanta Braves at Champion Stadium. Mandatory credit, Butch Dill. USA Today Sports. Butch Dill. So now we know Mike Trout, baseball's first $400 million man, almost certainly won't ever be bringing his talents to the Bronx, and in a sort of related matter, Aaron Judge is currently sporting a rather insane 1.061 slugging percentage in the Grapefruit League, hitting extra base rockets all over Florida. How is it related? Well, with Trout agreeing to a 12-year, $430 million contract extension with the Angels, it's only natural to ask, when do the Yankees lock up Judge? I'd say the sooner the better, before he wins the AL MVP award in 2019 and his price begins to climb toward Trout territory. On the morning after Derek Jeter announced his retirement during spring training of 2014, I happened to be in Angels camp in Tempe, Arizona. At that time, a manufactured storyline was going around that Mike Trout could replace Jeter as the face of baseball. As Trout fielded questions about this topic, he was affable, engaging, and clearly uninterested in being anything other than a great ballplayer for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. He was more goofy younger brother than international celebrity, and that seemed fine. The news on Tuesday morning of Trout's 12-year, $430 million agreement with the Angels, first reported by ESPN, closed off any remaining chance that Trout can ever rise above niche recognition from hardcore baseball fans. Yankees saving up for Judge. 0 hours 1 minute and 19 seconds. The Yankees missed out on a chance to see Mike Trout, but their recent trend of saving their money could signal an Aaron Judge deal. Yankees passed on signing Manny Machado and Bryce Harper, and never got the chance to lure Nolan Arenado to the Bronx. They're also not going to have a chance to pitch the best player in baseball on the idea of putting on the pinstripes. Mike Trout, who had been due to hit the free agent market after the 2020 season, has agreed to a 12-year deal worth $430 million to remain with the Angels, reports Jeff Passan of ESPN. His deal averages out to $35.83 million, and eclipses Harper's as the biggest in the history of North American sports. October 16, 2018, Los Angeles, California, USA. Milwaukee Brewers starting pitcher Gio Gonzalez, 47, pitches against the Los Angeles Dodgers in the first inning in Game 4 of the 2018 NLCS Playoff Baseball Series at Dodger Stadium. Mandatory credit, Richard Maxson USA Today Sports. Richard Maxson, Gio Gonzalez could be in line for quite the payday with the Yankees, nearing a minor league deal with the club. The left-hander will have a base salary of $3 million. After that, he can earn $300,000 per start, with a maximum total of $12 million this season, per John Heyman. Gio, 3M base mill deal, $300K per start. 12M max. Mandatory credit, Klement USA Today Sports. Klement. The Yankees will face the Rays on Tuesday at York Steinbrenner Field in Tampa. First pitch is set for 1:05 p.m. Yankees notes Chad Green gets the start as the Yankees experiment with using an opener. For the second straight day, the Yankees are rolling out a typical top four of the lineup, with Brett Gardner, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton and Gary Sanchez getting things started. Clint Frazier starts in left field, while Greg Bird gets the nod at first base. Click here to follow VSNY Gameday. New York Yankees outfielder Clint Frazier hits a sacrifice fly, scoring infielder Miguel Andujar during the sixth inning against the Philadelphia Phillies at Spectrum Field. Douglas DeFellis, USA Today Sports. The Yankees will be without Aaron Hicks for at least the opening series of the regular season due to back stiffness that has required 2 cortisone shots. With back issues, reducing the pain while getting up to game speed is difficult and can often linger well beyond the original diagnosis. The Yankees will have to make a decision on who will take the newly vacant roster spot, and they have 2 choices, Clint Frazier or Tyler Wade. Which player makes the most sense? March 13, 2019, Tampa, Florida, USA. New York Yankees relief pitcher Chad Green, 57, throws a pitch during the 4th inning against the Philadelphia Phillies at York Steinbrenner Field. Mandatory credit, Klement USA Today Sports. Klement. The Rays were one of the teams at the forefront of the opener phenomenon in baseball, in which a reliever starts the game and gives way to a parade of relievers the remainder of the contest. On Tuesday, the Yankees will use the tactic against Tampa Bay in a spring training exhibition at York Steinbrenner Field in Tampa. Reliever Chad Green will start for New York, while Luis Cessa, who normally operates as a starter, will be available out of the bullpen. Green was a starter during his junior season at Louisville in 2013 and for his first 3 seasons in the minor leagues. The right-hander has made 9 starts for the Yankees in his career. Meanwhile, Cessa has started 19 games, with 24 relief appearances. Milwaukee Brewers pitcher Gio Gonzalez throws a pitch in the first inning against the Detroit Tigers at Miller Park. Benicio, USA Today Sports. Andy Martino, SNY.TV. Twitter, the Yankees needed starting pitching depth, especially after learning last week they will be without injured ace Luis Severino until at least May. While we can file the signing of veteran lefty Gio Gonzalez into the "why not" category, we can also look at recent history and see it as unlikely that Gonzalez will be much help. New York Yankees starting pitcher Masahiro Tanaka throws a pitch during the first inning against the Atlanta Braves at Champion Stadium. Butch Dill, USA Today Sports. Masahiro Tanaka threw 5 solid innings and Luke Voit hit his 4th home run of the spring as the Yankees beat the Atlanta Braves 7-4 on Monday in a Grapefruit League game at Champion Stadium. Things to know about Monday's Game 1. Tanaka struck out 7 batters and allowed 1 run, 2 hits and 2 walks in 5 innings, lowering his spring training ERA to 3.00. The lone run he allowed came on a Nick Markakis solo homer. Voit hit a solo homer in the second inning off Braves RHP Bryce Wilson that gave the Yankees a 1-0 lead, and Ryan Lavarnway added a 2-run single later in the inning that made it 3-0. August 19, 2018, Washington, D.C., USA. Washington Nationals starting pitcher Gio Gonzalez, 47, throws to the Miami Marlins during the second inning at Nationals Park. Mandatory credit, Brad Mills USA Today Sports. Brad Mills. The Yankees are nearing a deal with free agent Del Gio Gonzalez, SNY.TV, as Andy Martino confirmed. New York would sign Gonzalez, 33, to a minor league contract worth $3 million should he reach the majors, according to The Athletic's Ken Rosenthal. Gonzalez's contract, according to Rosenthal, also contains an opt-out clause for April 20 should he not be on the MLB roster by then, and additional incentives for games pitched. March 7, 2019, Clearwater, FL, USA, New York Yankees outfielder Esteban Florial, 92, safely slides back into first base during the third inning against the Philadelphia Phillies at Spectrum Field. Mandatory credit, Douglas DeFellis. USA Today Sports. Douglas DeFellis, Yankees prospect Esteban Florial will wear a cast for a few weeks, according to Aaron Boone, after suffering a non-displaced fracture in his right wrist during Saturday's game. An MRI revealed that there is more damage than initially known from X-rays, but it won't affect Florial's timetable. He had a second little fracture in there, which, in the grand scheme of things, is inconsequential because it heals along with the other one, Boone told reporters on Monday. It's very similar. It should be, I think from a prognosis, it's very similar from what we anticipated, after getting all the images and after seeing the hand specialist. March 1, 2018, Clearwater, FL, USA, New York Yankees center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury, 22, works out prior to the game at Spectrum Field. Mandatory credit, Klement. USA Today Sports. Klement. The question surrounding Jacoby Ellsbury for some time now has been, will he ever play for the Yankees again? But with Ellsbury finally healthy enough for some baseball activities and reporting to Yankees camp, the question has actually become, when will he play for the Yankees again? As far as a timeline of when I'll be playing, we're not sure yet, Ellsbury told reporters on Monday. But definitely headed in the right direction. The 35-year-old missed the entire 2018 season because of injuries. He initially suffered an oblique strain in spring training last year and while rehabbing suffered a hip injury. After undergoing hip surgery in August, an old plantar fasciitis issue resurfaced and delayed his 2019 return. March 3, 2019, Tampa, Florida, USA, New York Yankees starting pitcher Masahiro Tanaka, 19, throws a pitch during the first inning against the Detroit Tigers at York Steinbrenner Field. Mandatory credit, Butch Dill. USA Today Sports. Butch Dill. The Yankees head to Disney to take on the Braves at 6:05 p.m. on Monday. Yankees notes Masahiro Tanaka makes his penultimate spring training start before taking the hill on opening day. The Yanks are rolling out a strong top four Monday with Brett Gardner, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton and Luke Voit, who continues his bid to win the first base job. Click here to follow via SNY Game Day. New York Yankees relief pitcher Dellin Betances throws a pitch during the fifth inning against the Detroit Tigers at York Steinbrenner Field. Klement. USA Today Sports. Yankees manager Aaron Boone is hopeful RHP Dellin Betances can build his arm strength back up with a week and a half remaining until opening day. I do think he's healthy and fine, it's just taking him a while to find the arm strength, Boone said, according to the New York Daily News. Christy Eckert, after Betances pitched in a Grapefruit League game Sunday for the first time in a week. Talking to him again today, he kind of said it feels akin to what he feels basically every spring training early, but just hasn't broken through yet. He was efficient with his pitches, threw strikes today. Had a nice, easy inning. Hopefully this next week, 10 days, he can start to find that arm strength and build on it a little bit. New York Yankees shortstop Tyler Wade and first baseman Luke Voit high-five as they work out at York Steinbrenner Field. Klement. USA Today Sports. Aaron Hicks revealed Sunday his sore back will cause him to miss opening day and begin the season on the injured list, but Hicks' injury has left manager Aaron Boone and Yankees management with a conundrum regarding the entire construction of the roster. Several factors will play into who ultimately sees the bulk of reps in Hicks' absence, including how many pitchers the team decides to roster on opening day and whether Clint Frazier and Tyler Wade are worthy of possibly seeing significant playing time in the outfield, according to Georgia. King III of the New York Post, March 17, 2019, Clearwater, FL, USA, New York Yankees pitcher James Paxton, 65, throws a pitch in the first inning of the spring training game against the Philadelphia Phillies at Steinbrenner Field. Mandatory credit, Jonathan Dyer. USA Today Sports, Jonathan Dyer. The Yankees' offense stayed hot with 3 home runs, and New York pulled away late to secure a 7-3 victory over the Phillies on Sunday at Steinbrenner Field in Clearwater. Greater than box score. 5 things to note from Sunday's Game 1. James Paxton turned in 4 1/3 hitless innings, but allowed 1 earned run on 2 walks with 4 strikeouts. The lefty lowered his Grapefruit League ERA to 1.54. March 17, 2019, Sarasota, FL, USA, New York Yankees infielder Luke Voit, 45, warms up prior to the game between the Baltimore Orioles and the New York Yankees at Ed Smith Stadium. Mandatory credit, Douglas DeFellis. USA Today Sports, Douglas DeFellis. The Yankees regulars flexed their muscles in Sunday's 5-3 split squad win over the Orioles. Greater than box score. 5 things to know about Sunday's game. 1. Luke Voit crushed a 2-run home run in the first inning, his 3rd of the spring, as he looks to secure his spot as the starting first baseman on opening day. October 16, 2018, Los Angeles, California, USA, Milwaukee Brewers starting pitcher Gio Gonzalez, 47, pitches against the Los Angeles Dodgers in the first inning in Game 4 of the 2018 NLCS Playoff Baseball Series at Dodger Stadium. Mandatory credit, Richard Maxson. USA Today Sports, Richard Maxson. The Yankees' interest in free agent pitcher Gio Gonzalez has evolved into an offer, but a gap still remains between the two sides, according to John Heyman. While the two sides remain apart, Heyman added there remains optimism a deal could still get done. Gonzalez, 33, is one of the top remaining free agents available with less than 2 weeks until the start of the season, and would give the Yankees some depth as they prepare to begin the season with ace Luis Severino on the injured list. March 7, 2019, Clearwater, FL, USA, New York Yankees pitcher James Paxton, 65, throws a pitch during the first inning against the Philadelphia Phillies at Steinbrenner Field. Mandatory credit, Douglas DeFellis. USA Today Sports, Douglas DeFellis. The Yankees split up on Sunday and have a good chunk of their major league talent going against Jared Eichhoff and the Phillies at 1:05 p.m. Clearwater, Florida, Yankees notes Greg Bird will bat 3rd and get the start at first base against the Phillies as he carries a .344, .488, .542 spring/line while he makes his case to be on the opening day roster. DJ LeMahieu and Troy Tulowitzki will bat 1-2 while Gleyber Torres and Gary Sanchez are the other Yankees regulars in the split squad game. Click here to follow via SNY Gameday. New York Yankees first baseman Luke Voit hits a 3-run home run during the 4th inning against the Tampa Bay Rays at Charlotte Sports Park. Klement, USA Today Sports. The other half of the Yankees split squad head to Sarasota, Florida on Sunday to take on the Orioles at 1:05 p.m. Yankees notes Luke Voit will bat 3rd and play first base while his competition does the same in the Yankees' other split squad game. Voit has been productive so far, hitting .286, .394, .536 with 2 home runs and 8 RBI in 33 plate appearances. Miguel Andujar returns to the lineup after getting Saturday off, and Clint Frazier has batting cleanup. Click here to follow via SNY Gameday. New York Yankees center fielder Aaron Hicks at bat against the Toronto Blue Jays at George M. Steinbrenner Field. Klement, USA Today Sports. Yankees outfielder Aaron Hicks has officially declared himself out for opening day. The 29-year-old told ESPN's Coley Harvey that he received a second cortisone shot for his lower back injury on Sunday but expects to return for the Bombers' second series against the Tigers on April 1. GM Brian Cashman cast doubt on the possibility of Hicks being ready by opening day on Friday, saying that the outfielder would probably need some more at-bats before he can rejoin the team by then. February 14, 2019, Tampa, Florida, USA. New York Yankees starting pitcher CC Sabathia, 52, throws during spring training at George M. Steinbrenner Field. Mandatory credit, Klement USA Today Sports. Klement, CC Sabathia took the next step toward a return to the Yankees rotation on Saturday, throwing his first simulated game of the spring after previously having thrown bullpen sessions. Sabathia is working his way back from a heart procedure and knee surgery. He won't be ready for opening day, and must serve a 5-game suspension to begin the season, but his trajectory seems to put him in line for a mid-April return. The veteran lefty threw 32 pitches on field 2 while facing DJ LeMahieu, Troy Tulowitzki and Kyle Holder. March 16, 2019, Tampa, Florida, USA. New York Yankees center fielder Esteban Florial, 92, singles during the 4th inning against the Toronto Blue Jays at York Yankees. Steinbrenner Field. Mandatory credit, Klement USA Today Sports. Klement, Esteban Florial, ranked as the Yankees' top prospect by MLB Pipeline entering 2019, suffered a non-displaced right wrist fracture on Saturday, as revealed by X-rays, according to the Yankees. Florial was sent for X-rays after a hard collision with the outfield wall during Saturday's game. Aaron Boone initially described the X-rays as precautionary. The Yankees said Florial will undergo further testing on Monday. New York Yankees right fielder Aaron Judge celebrates with teammates after hitting a 2-run home run during the 5th inning against the Detroit Tigers at York Yankees. Steinbrenner Field. Butch Dill, USA Today Sports. The Yankees displayed their power for the second straight day, bursting for 17 runs in a 17-7 win over the Blue Jays on Saturday at York Yankees. Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, Florida. Greater than box score. 5 things to know about Saturday's game. 1. Aaron Judge is absolutely locked in at the plate. The Yankees slugger crushed his 6th home run of the spring, which leads the majors in spring training, and did it while the Blue Jays aligned their outfield with 4 outfielders. He finished 1 for 2. March 3, 2019, Tampa, Florida, USA. New York Yankees right fielder Aaron Judge, 99, runs the bases after hitting a 2-run home run during the 5th inning against the Detroit Tigers at York Yankees. Steinbrenner Field. Mandatory credit, Butch Dill USA Today Sports. Butch Dill. The Toronto Blue Jays tried to get creative to slow down Aaron Judge on Saturday by using 4 outfielders in their defensive alignment. It turns out it does not really matter how many outfielders you use when the Yankees slugger is at the plate. Judge responded by hitting a towering shot over the wall that left the premise of York Yankees. Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, Florida on Saturday. New York Yankees starting pitcher J.A. Happ works out during spring training at York Yankees. Steinbrenner Field. Klement, USA Today Sports. J.A. Happ toes the rubber for the Yankees as they face Thomas Pannone and the Blue Jays at 1:05 p.m. at York Yankees. Steinbrenner Field. Yankees notes Aaron Judge hit his team-leading 5th home run on Friday, which is also tied for the league this spring, and is hitting .321, 9 for 28, with a 1.406 OPS this spring. Clint Frazier is back in the lineup batting 7th as he tries to make his case for the team but is hitting just .167, 5 for 30, with 2 extra base hits. Click here to follow VASNY Game Day October 16. 2018, Los Angeles, California, USA. Milwaukee Brewers starting pitcher Gio Gonzalez, 47, pitches against the Los Angeles Dodgers in the 1st inning in Game 4 of the 2018 NLCS Playoff Baseball Series at Dodger Stadium. Mandatory credit, Richard Maxson USA Today Sports. Richard Maxson. As the Yankees ponder